Hello, people of YouTube. My name is Steve Gray, and thank you for watching. If you're new here, please hit that subscribe button, turn on that notification bell, leave a like, and feel free to comment down below what you would like me to do for future anime and cartoon-related videos. Wow, holy crap. If any anime episode ever made me want to read the manga to know what was going to happen next, it would probably be this episode right here. Season 4... Episode 25 of My Hero Academia, the season finale. Good news is we got a confirmation that we are getting a season 5 at the end of the episode. Who knows how long the wait for that will be. As I said kind of in the previous review, with all the virus stuff going on, I'd say give it roughly 6 months to a year and we'll see what happens. Hopefully the 6 months more than the year, because I want me some more My Hero Academia after this episode. This was kind of... It semi-redeemed Endeavor in my eyes, not 100%, but a little bit. It shows that he is trying to correct the wrongs of his past. He is trying to reconnect with his kids, reconnect with his wife, and show that he has the ability now to be the new number one. He may not ever be as strong as All Might was, but at least he was the one person that tried to get to a level that he was at, and there was really nobody else that was even trying to get on All Might's level because it seemed unreachable. But Endeavor wanted to get to that unreachable level, and even though he really didn't, he kind of did at the same time in this episode. This Nomu is super OP. And also, we got to see a lot of Hawk action too. He's pretty cool. Although, in reality, against power quirks, Hawk, unfortunately, is basically useless. He is very good. He can control all of his individual feathers, which is really, really cool. He can save all these people, which is a great ability to have. He can fly. But against someone who is physically more powerful than him, there's nothing he can really do. Yes, he can keep up speed-wise with the new Nomu. This talking Nomu, they have the same speed ability. But power-wise, there's really nothing he can do about this, which is why he uses his abilities to help Endeavor get even faster, send him up higher and higher and higher to the point where he can use his full abilities. So basically, we found a little bit more of Endeavor's quirk as well. Basically, the more he uses his abilities, the hotter his temperature gets, and if he probably gets to a certain point where he uses too much, he dies, I would assume, or it starts to damage either his body, his internal organs, something like that. Basically, he has literal burnout to the point where he can no longer use his abilities, and he basically got to that point. The crap got beaten out of him. He was knocked down. Everybody was in panic. Everybody was like, oh, we don't have a symbol anymore. This is what happens. Blah, blah, blah. This is what it looks like without a symbol. You know, that this Nomu's creating other Nomu, either that or it's spitting out other Nomu. We're not exactly sure where the other Nomu came from, the weaker ones. But the black ones seem to be like they are the most powerful of the Nomu at this point in time. And then obviously there's the weaker ones, which Hawks and some other heroes, they have enough intel on the weaker ones where they don't really have an issue defeating them. I don't think all of them have regenerated abilities. But the black one definitely does. Obviously, that is definitely a good quirk to have. You get your arm blown off or something, and then boom, 2 seconds later, you're good to go. It regenerates. Endeavor gets to the point where he literally cannot move anymore, so he is basically just using his quirk to propel himself forward, getting damaged. He ends up I think he ends up losing an eye. He either ends up losing an eye or getting very damaged. His left part of his face all covered in blood. I'm going to go ahead and assume that he has actually lost that eye, because when he kind of goes where he gets the flame beard and the flame around his eyes again, it's completely covered, most likely meaning that he no longer has that eye anymore. That is my guess. But we found out that the head, if you basically completely incinerate the head, the rest of the body can no longer regenerate, because there's actually a point in the fight where the Nomu rips off its own head in order to live. But because we think it's going to be done, you know, Endeavor incinerates the thing's entire body, but it rips off its own head, throws it out, and then regenerates it. The problem with Endeavor's quirk, though, it is very, very damaging to the people and surroundings around him. Basically meaning, unless he's in an open field with this thing, he can't really use his full powers. Which is why it was great to see Hawks supporting him, sending him and the Nomu as high up into the air as possible, where Endeavor could use his ultimate move and burn this SOB to a crisp, finally defeating it. And then collapses, falls to the ground, and raises a fist in victory. He even uses Plus Ultra, which I thought was delightful. He was like, well, even though I don't like using this, but Plus Ultra. So that might be his new catchphrase as well. But I just loved the action. This is the My Hero Academia. I always love to see the fighting, the action. It looked beautiful. Endeavor got a little bit of his redeeming arc. I was tearing up there. The emotions were definitely running high. And just watching, his, Shoto and his family, we got to see all of his family members, his son, his daughter, his wife, his sons, I should say, because Shoto, all the Todorokis were watching this fight, minus the mother, and basically seeing what was happening. We learned that he actually he actually cannot meet with his wife at this time. The doctors say it's a bad idea, which kind of sucks, but he's always there giving her flowers, knowing that he comes by all the time, that he actually wants to see her and talk to her. I don't know if he's talking to the other two kids. The one older boy is in college right now, I guess. Not sure what the girl is doing. I think she's the one that lives with him and Shoto at the time. The other one's in college, so I'm not sure. But I think he got redeemed a little bit in Shoto's eyes as well, and the entire family in general, by doing what he just did, as he is now the new number one. And he has to prove that he has the ability to be the number one. The problem that I think we're going to face is that now All For One and the Doctor and the whole League of Villains kind of knows his capabilities. They know how far they can push him, to the point where they might be able to create another Nomu that will basically completely destroy him, which would not be good. So there is definitely a possibility that in the future that they will create a Nomu or something that is more powerful than he will ever be able to defeat. And I think there's going to be a very dark saga somewhere in season 5 where it's a possibility that the Symbol of Peace dies again. So, I mean, All Might didn't actually die, but we know he lost his powers, so we'll say he's metaphorically dead, such as Anakin Skywalker, Darth Vader, similar to that. But I think there's a good chance that Endeavor might end up getting killed at some point in time, just because he is the number one hero, and the Nomus go for strength. They go after the number one to see how powerful they are, and try to defeat the number one, kind of making all of society there go into peril, which I think is going to kind of be the next arc. I know there's some sort of arc or something where Endeavor's like training Bakugo, Shoto, and Deku. I think that's probably going to be in season 5. I was a little confused because I thought this whole Nomu thing happened after that, but maybe I'm wrong. As I said, I haven't been reading the manga, but I might have to now because this episode kind of makes me want to read the manga. From what I've been told, there's very little filler in My Hero Academia, the anime. It goes very close with the manga. And I could definitely see, I hate to say it, but I could definitely see them being a year wait. I don't know how close we are to the manga. It's semi-close, I would assume. So obviously you wait a year for more material to come by from the author of the manga, and then you can definitely get more anime coming out. They can obviously animate a bunch of stuff in the meantime, but we'll just have to wait and see what happens with that. But great episode. I may or may not do a season recap. We'll see if I feel the need to do that, because I'm going to also have to review Harley Quinn, and then I am also going to be reviewing Tower of God, the next 2 shows I'm reviewing. So look for Harley Quinn tomorrow. I'll probably get that posted tomorrow. I think Tower of God, that episode comes out on Wednesday, so 9 out of 10, I'll probably make that review the same day as well, so all of you can enjoy it. But highly recommend this episode. This is going to be one of those episodes that I will watch again and again and again, because it was just beautiful, the fighting was great, and Endeavor got a little bit of redemption in my eyes, which was delightful. Say what you want about the man, but at least he is kind of trying to redeem himself at this point in time. My name is Steve Gray. Thank you for watching, and as always, have a good one.